Wow, let's give them some more love, you guys. Come on. Woo! Woo! Well, if you're here for the first time, you didn't know you were coming to Reggae Fest, and it's fun. We do this every Sunday, so welcome. Oh my goodness, it's a great day to be alive, yes? Woo! I feel on fire for spirit. I felt it this morning when I woke up, and it seems like I've been away for so long, and it's just been a week. But I feel like, oh my gosh, I've missed you all. Hello. It's good to see you, and it's good to be seen, you know? You know that feeling of being seen? Doesn't that feel good? So I woke up this morning, and I wonder if you have ever had this experience. Well, as I got into my car and took off driving, I felt like I was more aware of just everything. Have you ever had that experience where suddenly you notice things that have always been there, but all of a sudden you're available to see it, right? I had that experience this morning, and I was just so filled, and I was looking around at the world around me, you know, also paying attention to the road, don't worry, and just experiencing the presence of God and what that feels like for me in my life, you know? And it is fulfilling, it's loving, it is this presence that is never, it's never gone. It never leaves us. We might put our attention on other things. We might get caught up in our own minds and in our own thinking, but this presence is always here. And so what a joy it is to know that I can let go and let God, as they say. And what that means is let go of my thinking mind and drop into my heart space and be present for the love and the goodness that is happening right here and right now. Because it is good, isn't it? It is so, so good. Yeah. It's the music that we've been hearing. It is seeing each other's faces. It is this beautiful thing. We woke up this morning and came here to be together, and it is fabulous. I love this. I'm so grateful. And so here we are in fall. That was another fun thing about this morning. It was cold, and I got to put on a jacket and actual socks and shoes, and then I brought a change of shoes, you know, because layers, right? That's what we learn when we live in this coastal area. But fall, wow, so beautiful. And looking out at this lake, look how peaceful that is. Aren't we blessed, you guys? Yes. Wow. We are so blessed. We are so blessed. And so fall actually began on Friday at 11:50 p.m. Pacific time. And, you know, our ancestors referred to this season of the year as the harvest. And they did so because this is when the farmers would reap what they sowed in the spring and prepare for the coming winter. And so the question for us as we are fully entering into the fall season, the question is, are we ready to harvest our good? Are you ready to harvest your good? Now, the law of cause and effect has us continuously harvesting what we plant, doesn't it? If I plant pumpkin seeds, I shall reap pumpkins. If I sow zucchini seeds, I shall reap zucchini. If I plant loving kindness, I shall reap loving kindness. If I sow generosity, I shall reap generosity. If I plant pumpkin seeds, but I really want zucchini, hoping or praying for zucchini will never, ever work if I'm planting pumpkin seeds, right? Thank you for the giggles. It will never work because, first of all, hope is not a strategy, but we want to consciously plant the seeds of our good. We want to consciously plant what we want to experience in our lives. If we want to experience zucchini, we want to consciously plant those seeds. Are you with me? It seems so easy, right? It seems so easy. So today and every day, I harvest my good and imagine that this good sprouts up all around us and within us, and that there is this ever-increasing good that we're experiencing, and it belongs to each one of us. And if we can remember this gratitude for seeing it and seeing that it's made manifest right here and now, we are free. Free! Who wants to be free? Free. Right? Yeah, free! Fly and be free, yes. Yes, girl. So when Ann was speaking and doing our opening prayer, I was hearing this line of a song, "Can you feel the love tonight?" What is that from, Beauty and the Beast or Lion King? Oh, okay. And so thank you, Ann, for for being a catalyst for that. But can you think of songs that have the word love in them? Let's hear them.
Love, cover me.
Love, cover me.
All you need is love.
All you need is love. Love is the answer. Silly love songs. What else? What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Put a little love in your heart, right? Yeah. So that seems like a fun homework assignment. Create your love playlist, all the songs with the word love, or love in the lyrics, right? Beautiful. So thank you for opening that up. And so the topic for today, and we're wrapping up the Seed of Awakening for September, but know that it's a seed that has been planted, so we've been planting the seeds of love, and as we go forward from here, we're actually harvesting that love, right? Because we've planted it, and so we get to harvest all this goodness of love in our lives, and so today's topic is love wins. And I was thinking about how that statement is so powerful. Love wins. And then I thought, but why does love win? Why is it that love wins? And then I heard, whatever the question, love is the answer. And so when I started here at Awakening Ways 2 years ago, I came into the office and this was on my desk. This says, love is the answer, what's the question? And this is like a nameplate, like you would normally have your name, right? Love is the answer. What is the question? So how beautiful, yes, that whatever question you have, love is actually the answer. But what is it about that? What is it about that? Well, we believe that love is a synonym for God, spirit, divine, whatever you choose to call it. And so as that is the case, whatever the question, the divine is the answer. Now, what happens when we move into this space of love is we, again, move out of our head space, our constant thinking, this, that, got to do this, our to-do list, what's next, where we're going, the schedule, planning. Why'd they say this? Why'd they say that? Why are you looking at me? What happened here? What am I going to do tomorrow? What did I do yesterday? What are we going to eat for lunch? Right? You're in my head right now. When we let all of that go, it's tiring, isn't it? That's tiring. When we let all of that go and stand in this space of perfection, this space of this moment now, we drop into that heart space once again. We drop into this space of love. And in this space of love, it's love with a capital L. It's presence. It's eternity. That's why it feels like it just expands, right? Like the moment expands and becomes infinite because you're in this presence and you feel that love. And included in that feeling of love is a sense of comfort, a sense of divine strength, a sense of wholeness, right? Oh, and that is the goodness right there. So the Science of Mind definition of love explains it pretty well why love wins, it says that love is the self-givingness of the Spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. What does that mean? Well, love is expressing itself through you. And the greatest gift that each one of us has been given is this expression. Here we are in these body suits, right? We are souls with bodies, and these souls have landed into these body suits. And what a beautiful gift that is of spirit. When I think about that, it makes me feel joyful because I remember that this is a precious time. This life is holy and sacred, and it is an opportunity for us to be all that we came here to be. And we're going to do whatever it takes to allow that to happen. Are you with me? Yeah. Meaning we're going to unknow what we know. This is a constant thing. Even now, like I'm continuously unknowing what I knew or what I thought I knew so that I can be fully present and available to what Spirit wants me to know, which is love. How loved we actually are. And love gives us everything. Love gives us courage. Love gives us hope. Love gives us connection. Love gives us strength. Love gives us everything. Everything. When we have that love first, love is the self-givingness of the Spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. So that also means that when we experience a desire that is for the good of the creativity of all of humanity, right? If we experience desires, they're actually little drops of goodness from the divine intelligence that wants to create through us. And who are we to say, no, I'm busy, right? I'm mad at so-and-so. Not now. I got to be angry. This person cut me off. You looked at me wrong. My pants don't fit. My shoe, I've had hurt my toe. Maybe later, right? No, the desires are for us to really connect with that divine intelligence and heed what it is calling us to heed. And so love wins. That is a way that love wins. Now, as I mentioned, it was Emerson who actually said, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said that love is a synonym for God. And so that's obvious, right? If love is a synonym for God, then obviously love wins. Spirit always wins. Have you noticed? Yeah. If you haven't, try this at home. Try this at home, right? If you think that Spirit doesn't always win, next time you find yourself in an argument or in a situation that you're not particularly proud of, align with Spirit, right? Consciously align with Spirit. Say, Spirit, hey, I don't know how to do this, but I know that something in me knows because I am a part of this divine creation, that Spirit is within me, and I'm connected to divine intelligence, which is the same intelligence that caused the planets to be born and the solar system to be hurtling through space along with all the other systems, right? We're hurtling through space. There's a multiverse happening right now, and we're sitting here. It's that same divine intelligence that is right within us. Do you feel that? Can you feel the sense of awe from that and with that and in that? Wow. Wow. We're also told in the New Testament that he that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. And he also says in the Science of Mind that love is free from condemnation, even as it is free from fear. So love doesn't condemn. Love doesn't condemn. What does it mean to condemn? We condemn ourselves all the time. When we are like, oh, that person should not condemn me. Thou shalt not condemn, right? But we're condemning ourselves. We're condemning ourselves by telling ourselves we're not good enough, or we should have done it this way, or we should have done it the other way, or now there's no hope for that because of what happened yesterday. But the Spirit, the truth, love will say, I don't care what happened yesterday. You are loved and perfect exactly as you are, and you can create something new right now. Are you with me on that? Right? How awesome is that? Regardless of what happened, even this morning, you have a connection to this infinite possibility, infinite potentiality, and unlimited goodness that is available for you by way of who you are, just because you were born into existence. Love is free from condemnation, even as it is free from fear. Now, don't get confused, because if you experience fear, it's because you're having some thoughts, right? Fear is generated by our thoughts. Love is generated and multiplied by our thoughts. Whatever we're thinking about, we're bringing about. But fear is also a part of this human experience. There's some things we're supposed to have fear about, right? And so then there are other things that happen in our lives that cause us fear. Do not condemn yourself if you feel fear. And don't tell yourself that, oh, well, I must not be a being of God because I'm afraid, because that's not the truth either. That's some ego trick. The ego is a trip, right? And it's trying to trick us sometimes. But the truth is, you may have some fear, but spirit is not fueling that fear. And so how, in the midst of my fear, can I feel that love and feel the courage and the truth of this life, which is there's nothing to fear? Right? Yeah. Makes it pretty good, yeah? Yeah. Amen. Nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. So I want to talk a little bit about something called cosmic reciprocity. So I attempt to live by a code of cosmic reciprocity, which is fairly synonymous with karma or the golden rule. In short, I believe that all of life is ultimately whole and that my actions return to me either quickly or eventually over time. Do you feel that too? Yeah, right? And so this principle above all others strengthens my faith in the symmetry of existence and provides an ever-ready code of conduct toward others. Whatever I do to another, in other words, I'm doing to myself. Whatever I do to another, I'm doing to myself. Do you get that? Wow. So I have faith in the wholeness of existence. Now, given the fact that we are all part of the same circuitry, and in order for us to be generative, sustainably happy, and self-respecting, we are called to flow through this circuitry in a manner that abates other people's ability to produce and realize their own sense of potential. It's a big calling, yes? It's a big calling, but because we are interconnected and part of that same circuitry, we are not only called to celebrate the wins of others, but also to do and be what we can to assist other people in realizing their whole sense of potential. By positively influencing and aiding others in their pursuits, we create a harmonious and fulfilling circuitry of existence where everyone benefits from each other's growth and well-being. How cool is that? Right? Yes. Now, without engaging in this type of philosophy of mutual empowerment and cooperation for a better, more satisfying life for all, we might slip into depression, conflict, envy, or dissatisfaction. So the call for us is to remember that we are wise and we can positively influence others by who we are being, by being this reflection of love in the world. We have this power, and it's been ours all the time. Like we learned of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. She had it all along. She had it all along. She just didn't realize it. We have this same power. We have this power of love within us. We have this power of influence, not only over ourselves and those who we are in direct contact with in our homes or at our jobs, right? But out in the world and beyond, our families and their families, their children and their children and their children. There's this whole legacy of love that we are leaving just by way of us being who we are. Are you down with that? What? Are you down with that? All right. Yeah, me too. It's powerful. And so last time I was here, which seems like, a long time ago, I shared a little bit about what David Hawkins said. He said that on the level of love, we are heartfelt, generous, nurturing, affectionate, steadfast, and forgiving. He said that love is protective, collaborative, uplifting, holistic, and gracious. It is characterized by warmth, gratitude, appreciation, humility, completion, vision, purity of motive, and sweetness. And so join me in this moment in just dropping into your heart space. Let's close our eyes or gently rest your gaze a few feet in front of you. And see if you can feel the love in this room. And get present to the fact that you were birthed into existence as a gift of the beloved. The gift is this life. It loves us so much that it birthed us into existence so that we could experience this life. This thing called life that is filled with love if we would let it. And I know that as we go forward, we experience this love to a greater degree than we ever have before. Feel that love. It starts somewhere around the middle of your chest, and then it goes out. And imagine in your mind's eye that you're turning up this knob of love, and the love is going out to the edge of your body, which is your skin, and there's love, and your whole body is this emanation of love. And then you turn that knob up a little bit more, and the love goes out so that it's about an inch out from where your skin ends and the rest of the space begins. And then imagine you turn that knob up a little more, and the love goes out to the people who are seated next to you, in front of you, and behind you. And there's so much love here, and it is beautiful and powerful and safe. And you turn that knob of love up, and it goes out a little more to the next whole row in front of you, and the next whole row behind you, and to all the people on your right, and to all the people on your left. And it's coming up here, and I feel it up here now. And you turn that knob up a little more, and that love is going up to the roof. And it's going out to the walls and down to the ground and out into the lake. And you turn that knob of love up a little bit more, and it's above the roof and going out into the sky. And now it's going out over into the people of Atascadero. This love is like flooding the park, and anyone who is walking around the park or playing or having a picnic is feeling and experiencing this love that we are generating right here and now. And you turn that knob of love up a little more, and it goes out to the surrounding cities and beyond into other states. And we turn that knob of love up a little bit more. And all of the nations are feeling it. This entire planet is blanketed in this love. And we turn that knob up. It's like full out. The knob is all the way up to the end. And that love is going out into space and beyond. Beyond where we can even imagine. It's infinite. And then we turn that knob down a little bit and allow ourselves to slowly come back to earth, and turn that knob down a little bit more and come back into the United States, and turn that knob down a little bit more and come back into Atascadero, and turn that knob down a little bit more and come back into this pavilion, and turn that knob down a little bit more and come back into your seat here. And now open your eyes and look around at the love. Wow. This love is here right now. Oh my goodness, I love these smiles. Wow. Wow. I love it. So, for some reason, I was called to share this. I know you've heard it before if you've ever been to a wedding. And this is 1 Corinthians 13:4 through 7. I stopped at 7. But 1 Corinthians says that love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Yeah. Amen, right? Yes. And so I'm going to leave you with this. I know you've all heard dance like no one is watching, or dance like everyone is watching. But here's an invitation. What if you were to dance like every particle of the universe was aware and in awe of your subtlest movements, and that the aliveness radiating from your cells could be felt across all time and space as a blessing to all that has and ever will be? Yeah. That's the invitation this week. Ask yourself these questions and journal about these questions. How can I be more loving? In what area of my life am I resisting love? And the third is for you to create that love playlist. That's a homework assignment. Now, we did this little meditation of turning up that love dial. You can practice that at home too. Or, if you find yourself in a situation where you get a little bit wonky, remember you have access to that love dial, and you could turn it up and feel that transformation in the moment. Now I'm going to invite Travis to come up as we prepare for our closing prayer, and I would invite you in this moment to just get comfortable in your chair, do whatever you need to let go of your body, scratch your nose, put the things in your lap down on the ground, stretch a little bit, blink your eyes, whatever you need to do to be present and in this moment. And listen to the sound of the guitar and allow it to take you on a journey. And this is a beautiful journey inward. And in this inner space of love, feel the presence of the divine that is here right now. Feel how much it loves you. Imagine that you are weightless and actually floating on the sound of this guitar music. and it's like spinning us upward. We're going up higher and higher, and we are receiving a beautiful blessing of love right now. And so in this space of wholeness, I remember that Spirit is all that there is, that this presence of love is in me, as me, and through me, and it has birthed me into existence just as it has birthed each one of us into existence as an act of love. There was a creative urge that brought us into form, and now here we are, these beautiful divine expressions. And I know that whatever came before today has come before to bring us to this moment now. This moment of love. This moment of experiencing divine wholeness, connection, presence like never before. And sometimes that brings tears because we have resisted it for so long. And Spirit is saying, I love you. I love you. I love you. This life is for you. Nothing is against you. You have everything that you need, and you can be all that you came here to be. You are pure love. Feel that love. Allow this love to be who you are and the way you move through the world, because you deserve it. I deserve it. There is only love. Whatever the question, love is the answer, because love wins. Love wins. Love. 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 I am living love. You are loved. We are loved. Love. 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 And so I let love be. I send love into the loving and creative action of the law, where I know that this love returns to me multiplied abundantly, because that is the way it works. I'm grateful, and so it is. Thank you. Love you. Woo! You feel all that love? I know people are like, I need some coffee.